You already know what it is, man. Then at the Roundtable Podcast, live from New York, man. You already know, Sunday night. You know what I'm saying? We here with special guest, DTF Radio CEO Mark, with my co-host La Dueña, and we got the other day EDM producer in the house. Man, what's up, guys?
What's up? What's up? What's up?
What up, Mark?
What's good? I'm here. I'm here.
You know, man. We got, you know what I'm saying, the general of DTF Radio, man.
Yes,
Welcome
sir.
on, man. It's a pleasure to have you on.
Thank you. Thank you.
Media guru, just like me.
Pleasure to be here. I think you guys are like my third interview. I really don't do interviews.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
You know, El Jefe doesn't do interviews.
I don't really do interviews.
Oh, we special.
Yeah, you guys are special. This is the third one. I think this is my third one.
So let's give us some air horns up for Mark. You already know what it is. Yeah, Mark. So listen, it's a pleasure to have you on, man, because, you know, I know that, you know, DTF Radio it's a staple in our community and in the tri-state area when it comes to internet radio stations. You guys were like one of the pioneers of that whole system. And, you know, I was around when you guys first started. And it's a pleasure and an honor, man, to finally, you know, meet the mastermind behind the whole thing. I mean, I've met you before here and there in the studio. I've seen you. We never really politic. When I went to the Just Hate show. Yeah. But it's finally, you know, great to have you on my platform. Show you what we got to do here, too.
I know. I see. It looks good. It looks good. Proud of you guys, man. That's what's up. Yeah, but we've been doing this for a while. We've been around for a while and stuff like that, you know. We just did things a little different than, you know, than other places that were doing it at the time, you know, or trying to do it and stuff like that. But we've been around for a while.
Yeah. I would say maybe like 12
years? We started in 2007 with this.
2007, yeah. So
2007, yeah.
Yeah, 2007.
14, about 14 years now, right?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Damn, man.
Yeah.
That's what's up. That's not easy.
It's not. In the beginning, it was hard. It was a lot of mistakes and a lot of money being spent trying to figure out how to get it right. So we were taking L's after L's after L's until we figured it out.
Yeah, man. I mean,
wow.
Yeah.
Were you experienced already in media, or just something that you had a passion for?
Well, the story is 2003, 2004. I've been in the music industry back then. I was a management company. I mean, I still have the management company going, but in 2007, I had a partner that was with me at that time, and we had our own show going. So we started with kind of a morning show, which was called the Morning Madness Show, which everybody gravitated to because we were kind of like the Howard Stern of hip hop in the morning every day. But we did it for like a year straight. And then people started hitting us up like, yo, how do I do that? How do I do that? So we just like, you know what? Let's just create the station. My boy brought the idea to the table. I was like, all right, cool. Let's go. Let's do it. We figured out everything and, you know, we got everything rocking.
For sure, man. And you guys are based out of Brooklyn. Are you a Brooklyn native yourself, or?
Yes, I am. I'm originally from
Brooklyn?
Williamsburg, Brooklyn, born and raised.
Yeah, man.
I'm from that era. on the
For
bad
sure.
side.
Let's get right into it. Let's let the world know, and our listeners and viewers, exactly who Mark is.
Who is Mark?
DTF Radio.
Tell the-
But Mark is in general. Could you give us a little bit of background on who you are in general? Where you come from?
Let me see. I gotta make this political. I gotta make this correct for everybody. All
Oh,
right, so I'm original Brooklyn kid. Born and raised Williamsburg, Brooklyn. Like I said, with DTF started in '87. That's how back we went. We started as a graffiti crew. So back then, when the graffiti crew started in '87, I kind of took over in '89, and my cousin started the whole DTF movement through graffiti, and then I took over in '89, and then from '89 to '94, you know, we was out there doing stuff that you're not supposed to be doing and running the streets and going crazy. And, you know, back then it was a big, per se, gang movement. We came out in the paper in '94 for one of the biggest, smaller gangs coming out. That's when the RICO statute started. So we kind of went under the radar after '94 to try to lay low to make sure we don't get caught up in the RICO situation with all the nonsense that was going on out there with the Latin Kings and the Bloods and the Crips. Everybody was getting grabbed and stuff like that. So, you know, we went quiet for a while. Not quiet saying we broke up, but just we stood under the radar. We wasn't being as rowdy as we was before. And then in the early 2000s, you know, I had a friend that worked for Sony, Mario Lopez. He was an A&R at Sony Music, and me and him went into business with the management situation. We got into the music industry. We was running through the whole music industry. Everybody knows, you know, I managed artists named Gage back then. And, you know, from there, we just blew up in the music industry and everybody knew who we were. You know, besides the street, that's before the street. Everybody knew us in the streets already because of the whole, you know, stuff we was doing in the early 90s. But 2000s, we got it right. We went correct.
Damn, man. So that's I never knew the background of the.
Yeah, there's a lot of history.
DTF
There's
really
a lot of
history.
Yeah, what DTF really started off as the graffiti.
It's a lot of history.
People
don't know. You know, there's a lot of people out there that grew up with us, so they definitely know. You know, the young guys are gonna
ask what DTF actually means. The letters.
Well,
or when we
was around before Jersey Shore. Nah, we was around before Jersey Shore, so I think we first dips on it, right? But DTF really stands for dropping the flavor, the company part.
Ooh,
dropping the flavor.
Dropping the flavor.
Right. When we was the graffiti side of it is destined to fame, but the media named us Down to Fight because we were always rumbling and brawling with other crews. That's what the media put us in the paper as.
Down to Fight. Well,
yeah.
Shit, man, that shit sounds scary as fuck. I wouldn't want to fight you guys with that name.
Yeah. We were a wild little group back then.
That's cool. I mean,
about 300 of us.
Mark, and that was part of the New York City culture back then. So
yeah, it was.
It wasn't like a taboo. Like everybody was down with a crew or with a gang, or somebody was.
Yeah, it was bad, man. It was bad back then. It was especially where I come from. They called it the killing fields. You know, Williamsburg wasn't what it was now. You know, Williamsburg was abandoned buildings, and we were connected with Bushwick. Like it was bad. We were right next to Bushwick in the middle of Bed-Stuy. Like it's crazy.
Crazy.
Isn't that crazy how times has changed? Like never in my life would I ever imagine Williamsburg to be the way it is.
Nah, not the way it is now. Not now.
Even Crown Heights, you know,
yeah,
like
it's crazy.
Woo, it's crazy. Everything is changing.
Dude, it's like Williamsburg is very gentrified.
Yeah, too gentrified.
It's all full of like hippie bars and a whole bunch of shit. Like,
yeah, stuff that I thought I've never seen, but it's there. I mean, it brought up the community. It definitely did.
Yeah, it did. I mean, there's a few spots that I like myself, so I'm I'm not gonna complain about it, but it's just the displacement of people who live there got to move out because of this. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's the only thing sad about it. If you can't afford to be there, you can't be there. That's the only thing bad about it.
A lot of families go through a lot of shit when gentrification happens. Which is a problem.
Everything goes up. Yeah, everything goes up.
But at the same time, you can't really blame things from developing. You know what I'm saying? Like this, it's an evolution of communities, right? Basically,
that's
what it is. Yeah, man,
and it's happening everywhere too. You know, it's not just New York. Obviously, New York is the biggest turnaround from, you know, what was once a dangerous neighborhood all the way up to, you know, hippie town. But you see the changes everywhere. Like even now I'm down here in Florida. I just recently moved to Florida, and even just the past few years is like, oh wow, I remember that was that was a not so cool neighborhood, and now it's all like hippie and uprising and building, and it's just like it's gonna be like that, I guess, everywhere. You know,
Everywhere,
California,
eventually,
everywhere.
I mean, where the other day is from Dykeman. That's super gentrified too.
Yeah.
About over there, hey, what do you think about that? The other day, the gentrification in Dykeman. How's it going over there?
What's going on, guys?
What happened the other day?
Gentrification is like double-edged sword, I would say, where the people who originally developed the neighborhood and who brought the neighborhood up and made that real estate prime for these companies to come and develop are being displaced. And so at the same time, you're getting better neighborhoods, but you're also robbing that neighborhood and that area of the soul and spirit that it once had. You know what I mean? And then what I don't want to say like this, but from my experiences, like from the old community to the new people who are moving in and the gentrifiers, they see it as their neighborhood, where instead of trying to integrate and be a part of the culture that's already here, they want to change it so it better suits themselves. And this is happening, all throughout the country and all major cities. And what people don't realize what's happening is that gentrification is also giving people of color or, more impoverished people the opportunity to say, you know what, fuck this renting shit, straight up. Let me go, hour out of town, hour and a half out of town, and actually buy land and own something.
Yeah.
I mean, I come from immigrant parents. I know Nelson comes from immigrant parents. Duenya, I really don't know your parents or your back history, or
they came to this country broke, barely speaking English.
You feel me? We weren't raised with the mentality of entrepreneurship or ownership that's inside.
True.
We grew up with the intention of go to school, go to college, get a good job, and
work.
Our parents never speak about owning in this country. They always say, go back to tu país. Vayete para atrás para el país. So go back to your country. I'm like, bro, this is my country. Like, don't get me wrong. I love DR. But I was raised here and I live here. So it's like, I want to own land here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So with the mentality of people being raised is now that my generation, my generation and the generation before it are now looking at this as we're getting displaced from the community we grew up in, but we have an opportunity to actually own land. And if we want, build better communities for our people and for people of our skin tone or people our language.
It's basically just making us step our games up too. That's what it's step up your game. Like, learn the system, learn how to be a property owner, because the only way to build generational wealth is the best way is through real estate.
Hey, I mean, you already know, like I used to live right next door to the other day, long time ago. And I'll give a perfect example. I was living on Nagel, and one of the studios I remember at the time I was renting, probably not too long ago, like maybe 6 years ago, 5 years ago, or something like that. I was paying $700 a month to live in the studio. They found a way, because it was my fault. I wasn't paying attention, and they found a way to get me out of that apartment, right? They renovated it, and now they're renting that same exact little teeny ass tiny apartment for $2,000 a month.
What? That's crazy.
I went into the building because I still know people in that building. So I went.
That's insane.
Right? What? I was just like, yo, are you fucking kidding me?
That's a 200%. That's a 200% markup, man. That's
hell yeah. So that's why I was like, oh hell no, like that ain't gonna happen ever again. You know what I mean? I wasn't paying attention. I was working in Times Square, and they kind of blindsided me with the loopholes and all that. And I could have fought back, but I was just like, you know what? Because I ended up going to Jersey, and I was like, fuck that. I'm gonna get a nice big house. You know what I mean? And I'll rent that instead. Yep. So that's what I ended up doing. I was living in Edgewater, and just for the same price that I was paying, at one point in Manhattan, I got like a house with 3 floors. Nelson saw it. Oh, you guys saw it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it was nice. Yeah,
Very
for
cool.
sure, man. But that's definitely what's happening in Williamsburg for sure, man. You know, Mark,
Mhm.
you know, Mark knows he's from that neighborhood, so he knows what time it is. But yeah, man. I mean, it is what it is, man. We gotta adapt to times. We gotta adapt to the way that things are going. But we also gotta prepare ourselves for situations. You know what I mean? So that we don't get stuck like
That's
those
right.
this place. But let's
Yeah,
go
you
back
gotta
to the
find a way to
DTF
prosper.
radio. Huh?
You got to find a way to prosper wherever you at, you know?
That's right.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, man. So DTF Radio, you guys have a lot of shows going on right now. What would you say would be the top 3 shows you got on DTF?
Oh shit.
No, I know people are gonna be like, yo, Mark, I heard you don't like my show. I heard you don't like my show, bro.
I can't.
What? You don't like my show?
I can't do top 3, but I could
Let's
tell
not
you.
do top 3. Let's not
I
do
could
top
tell
3.
you,
Let's do this.
some popular ones. How's that?
The most popular
Yeah,
ones.
let's go with statistics or data. Actual data.
If you do top 3s, they're gonna be like, oh, that's personal.
Right. I can't do that. All my shows are big.
You know, Katie would have been like, yo, what, Mark? I got you on dinner at the
all my shows are big. All my shows are big, and all the shows that came and went were big because a lot of people from us wind up going to Sirius or FM in different states. We had a lot of people that had shows there, and then we had a lot of people that blew up there that you guys probably don't even know about. You know what I'm saying? Like off the top of your head, Pretty Lou started there, CeeLo started there,
Really?
Honey German started there. They all had shows with me before they went to FM. Miss Stacy when she was there, Steph Lover, Ron G, they're all on FM now. Little Nat, these are all big people that were there.
DJ Ron G, right?
Yeah, DJ Ron G. Yeah, he's in Boston now doing a morning show and stuff like that. And Steph Lover was there. In fact, she was there today as a guest, but she had a long running show with us too, and she went to DC to do FM. But yeah, we have some big shows there, man. I don't know if I can give you top 3 because that's kind of hard, but we have big shows. Let's just say.
Let's do this. I want to make it easier for you. What's been the most popular shows of all time? Let's do 5. Not in current. They don't
The
have
top
to be
ones. All right, I could do
all
that.
time. And then your current ones, the most popular ones currently.
I could give you a past time right now. Off the top of my head, the Stuff Lover show definitely was one. When Pretty Lou and I forgot what they call Street. Shit, I had so many shows, I forgot their names. Street something, that was Steph Lover, Honey German, CeeLo, DJ CeeLo, from Meg, when they had their show, that show was big. The Miss Stacy show, her show was big back then. The Morning Madness show, which was my show, was big. That's 4. The 5th one, I would say Ron G. Even Ray DeJean was there. He had a big show with comedy. He used to bring all the comedians in and stuff like that. So, we had the tattoo guys doing shows, his brother, the whole movement. There was a lot of stuff going through that building. A lot of people went through that building. A lot. Yeah, a lot of people went through that building.
Yeah, man.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
And your current shows, what would you say would be the
There you go.
I keep on.
Just taking Mark and be
He's focused.
against the wall.
My current shows that I would say, I think, you know what? Let me look at my calendar. I'll tell you right now.
Let's do a drum roll. Wait, a drum roll.
Yeah, I'll tell you which ones that I
DTF Radio's top most popular shows of 2020.
Okay. Definitely.
20.
My Tuesday show, the No Time for the Small Talk, they pull a lot of people.
Ooh, I like that. No
The
time.
Fix Show, DJ Trace pulls a lot of people. Who else we got here? That's big.
I mean, yeah, just to throw your shows out
pulls
there.
a lot of people. She pulls a lot of people in, and she's like a fashion show.
Which
What's the
one?
name of the last one you said?
Who's Styling Who?
Oh, okay. That's Khalil Clark, right?
Khalil Clark.
Okay,
yeah,
I remember.
she
I went to her
pulls
house when I think she was living at Jersey at the time.
Yeah.
When I bumped into her.
She pulls in a lot of people. There's a lot. Welcome to the Raw Zone pulls people in.
Shout out to Ivy.
Yeah, they all up there, man. You're making it hard for me because I'm gonna get that. Yo, we need a meeting with you. We got to talk. But yeah, there's a lot of shows there. I mean, all the shows, they thank God they all turn out to be really, really big when they come through there, But we do create a platform. So my initial conversation with all the shows is I always tell them, like, listen, I can't make you big because at the end of the day, DTF radio is well established, right? All I can do is set a platform for you to perform. It's on you if you're going to be big. It all depends how much legwork you put in. So I tell all the shows that if you want to stand out more than the other shows that are here, then you got to do the legwork. You got to do your promo. You know, you got to bring in your people, not us. That's not our job. We did our job already. The name is
right
here. They're going to pay attention. They're going to pay attention to go do what you got to do, you know?
You guys
So what are some of the things that they do to get them like way up there? Is it the way they promote?
It's all promo media. I tell everybody, you know, the whole podcasting thing. I'm gonna be real with you. I'm not a big fan of podcast by itself, right? And people always look at me crazy. They be like, why don't you like podcasts? Because there's no interaction. I always say if you do something live and then podcast it, you get a bigger broad from it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But a lot of people just want to go and record and then put the recording up. It's not the same. You're not going to get the same interaction with live people. You know, you're just going to go through comments. That's not the same as talking to someone or having a conversation with somebody when you're live. You know what I'm saying? Or people that are chimed in that want to speak or ask questions right then and there, you know? So I tell everybody it's always better to do a live broadcast, then podcast it until the live one comes out next. You know what I'm saying? Whether you do it weekly or every other week or however you do it. Those are the best ways to do it. But a straight podcast or a straight podcast, I've never been a fan of it. I think it takes away, losing a lot.
So I think we're doing a good job because we're doing everything live.
I think you're doing a great job.
Thank you.
Doing everything live and
shout out to Dinner at the Round Table podcast.
Yeah, you're doing it good.
We got people on the live chat right now. The choice of NYC saying, "Don't do it, Mark. They're trying to get you."
No, that show right there was one of my biggest shows too. Lyrically Live. They was with us for a very long time. I think they were for over 10 years with us, and they still coming. They're gonna come back and stuff like that.
That's great, man.
Yeah,
but listen, man,
I want to bring something up. I like the app that you guys have.
Thank you.
Yo, that was nice. That was nice. I downloaded the app and I was going through it, listening to it.
And that's what I haven't updated. I still have to update it with some more new stuff and stuff like that because I have a lot of features on it that I haven't really done to it, you know?
Right. You take it up.
The app does a lot. It does a lot.
Yeah, I like the app.
You can even order food on it. That's how much stuff I still haven't set up in there.
Yeah, because even me, you know, from here, from Florida, way far from you, you all the way up there in Brooklyn, and even I could just, you know, put it in my car, whatever. We've been riding here down here in Florida, so like
I waited a while for that. I waited a while for that app because you know I was a strong believer of you know what third party people and third party apps are, right? Everybody that came to me wanting to work with me wanted to do third party. I don't do third party, like because you're kind of giving. I tell people business wise, you give up your name when you do a third party because now you have a third party person controlling you. You know what I'm saying? With promotion and advertisement on your app, it's your app. If you bought your app, it's your app. You should be able to promote and do whatever the hell you want to do. Don't let somebody else take their stuff and advertise on your app and your name and stuff like that. It doesn't work like that for me.
That's some good insight right there.
Yeah, you know, so that's why I took a while. I took a while to get the app, to find the right people, and I found the right people in Philadelphia. Those are the people I deal with the app.
Well, shout out to them in Philadelphia. The app looks nice.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Got Eduardo Vasquez coming in. What up, Mark?
What up? I can't see the chat. Is there a way to see the chat? Oh, you only see
on the YouTube. You can see.
Oh, on the YouTube. Got you. Okay.
YouTube, but
what like
Eduardo Vasquez? There you go. That's his name.
Okay.
He says, "What's up, Mark?" I don't know.
What up? What's good?
You got a fan out there, man. I mean, many fans.
No supporters. I don't call them fans. They're supporters.
Supporters. There you go.
I don't do fans. I do supporters. Those are supporters. Thank you.
Yeah, for sure, man. But listen, man, DTF Radio has definitely put a lot of people up there. Just having DTF Radio on your resume. Eduardo Vasquez. There you go. That's his name. Somebody, is that UA bringing that feedback?
I don't think so.
Yeah, it has to be you. Somebody's on
what?
The YouTube is coming back up. Anyway, the whole thing is
that was me.
That was you?
That was me.
Come on, La Dueña. What the hell's going on?
That was me,
we got Mark. We got Mark for DTF Radio here.
I want to see
him scouting us. He's scouting us, man. Like you.
I want to see him in all angles.
What advice would you give somebody who is interested in like starting a podcast or like starting this kind of like show and all that? Like, what would be like your first 3 steps?
Definitely get on a strong platform. You know, even if you can't get to a strong flat or you can't afford a strong platform, there's ways of doing it. Everything is based on promotion, right? So my biggest thing when I first started was we used to go into situations where I used to tell people we don't have a budget. When they'd be like, oh, what's your budget? I'd be like, zero. You're going to work with us now, you're going to work with us later, but eventually you're going to work with us. So you either work with me now, because when I get to where I want to be, you're going to ask me to work with me, and it's happened. Because when I first started DTF Radio, I told people, I used to go up to DJs and certain people like, yo, come do a show with me. And they'd be like, nah. And then once I blew up, it flipped. Now they were coming to me, yo, what's up? I could do a show up there. Nah, now you got to
always
pay.
happens, Mark. I hate that shit.
Yeah, so I tell people like everything is based on how you promote, you know. So as long as you can promote and you have people that are willing, and you don't take a lot, because it don't take money. Because I'll be real with you, it doesn't take a lot of money to do this. It takes a lot of footwork. It takes a lot of loyalty. It takes a lot of people that support you. And as long as you have a strong team, like we have a strong team at DTF, like things will get out there. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is content, promotion, and definitely a good foundation of people around you. You'll be fine. You know, the outlets are out there. The outlets are endless. There's so many things you could be on right now.
Yeah, especially nowadays, you know.
Nowadays, now when we started, we had nothing. Remember, when we started, we had nothing. We didn't know nothing about nothing. So we had to there was no internet radio out when we came out, you know. We were the ones that kind of put it out there a little something. There was little things here and there, but like I said, like the 360 Live, everybody was jumping on that when it first came out, right? 360s from Florida. They're based in Florida. But the thing is, that's the same thing I'm telling you about the whole third party situation. You jump on 360 Live, it's not your hits, it's 360 Live's hits. It's just your show on their platform, right? So we did it different. We got our own servers, you know what I'm saying? So because we have our own service, all our hits and everything else is ours. There's no third party. Everything is ours, you know?
That's what's up. That's smart.
So, definitely hit it right in the bullseye right there. Bullseye. Sure, but listen, we're still getting that feedback, man. Who got the volume up? Put the volume down. Whoever has it. I'm going to stop.
Down.
Okay. I mean it this time.
Man down.
Prepare to be astonished.
Yes, that's how you're going to feel when I shut your shit down. Anyway, Mark, that's definitely great, man, to let people know that, because there's a lot of people that have aspirations to get into media and to broadcasting. Yeah. But it's our main topic today, broadcasting.
Okay.
It goes right up your valley, since you're the broadcasting guru. I'm
up there.
It's good because a lot of people think it does take a lot of hard work and dedication, but a lot of people have the misconception that you have to have thousands and thousands of dollars to start.
No.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No. So this is how I'll break it down to people, because what I do at the station, this is the way I run it. I do a 50-50 with people, right? So my 50-50 with shows is how I let 50% of people who never did radio in, because I know they want to learn radio, right? You know how you have certain places where they'll be like, oh, you never have experience, you never did this. Oh, no, you can't do that here. Me, I want you to come here. I want you to come with no experience so that you can learn. And everything that you do at DTF Radio is a learning process. I teach you the boards. I teach you what you have to listen to. I teach you what you're supposed to be listening for, because I want you to understand the sound of what you're supposed to be sounding like. You know what I'm saying? So I teach everybody this. When they're at the station, you know, I got a strong team of managers that do the same. You know, when I'm not there, they're teaching everybody what they have to learn. But I tell everybody I do 50-50. Some people that are already established in radio, and then the people that have never did radio before. I want them with us. You know, and I tell you're not paying to be on the radio, because I do charge a price to be on the station, but you're not charging for radio. You're charging for the space to do it at. You're charging for studio time, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I explain that to people, because radio is free. If you know how to do it, you can do radio off YouTube. You can do it off Ustream. You can do it off anything, Facebook, whatever it is, because everything is free out there. But it's on you. If you wanna be on a big platform, or you want to be at the bottom starting, then you have to choose. You know, if it's worth it for you, then you pay. If you don't think it's worth it for you, listen, I'll show you where you could go and do it for free. Good luck. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully, when you blow up, you'll come over here where the platform is already established and people are going to pay attention to you. Because when you're on DTF Radio, people pay attention. You know what I'm saying? Conversation open up for everybody. Oh, where you at? Oh, DTF Radio. Oh, word. Let's talk. You know what I'm saying? Because we're already established. We put the footwork in since 2007. So it makes it a little easier for you to kind of get into the doors to where you want to get into.
Yeah, I mean, you guys definitely have a good repertoire, and having DTF Radio on your resume definitely helps a lot, for sure. And that's what you guys do, man. You guys are a hosting platform for people who want to go in there and do their thing and kind of like build their own little system. I mean, we here at the Dinner at the Roundtable podcast, we started 2 years ago, going on our third year. And I tell you, man,
You guys doing good though. I hear about you guys.
It was hard. It's hard.
I see everything. I might not like interact with a lot of people, but I see everything and I know everyone.
What do you think? So you think we doing okay, right?
You're doing good.
You alright, Nelly.
Yeah, no, we got the female co-host now, which is helping out a lot.
You know, someone got to look good up in here.
Yeah, for sure. And you know, because we used to get a lot of feedback from females saying you guys gotta have a female perspective on the show,
right?
We talk about a lot of social issues, and some of them females have their own little thing to say about it, right? So La Dueña definitely got a little niche there for us.
Smart and I'm cute. Smart and I get it twisted.
Who said you smart?
Sometimes.
So what? I'm gonna text you something. Real quick, Nelly. No.
For sure, man. Mark, so what do you guys got planned on DTF for 2021? Any new things coming up?
Well, because it's what the whole COVID shit, you know, we kind of was getting through that, so we kind of like stopped doing what we're doing. You know, we have the Latin live radio that we were supposed to launch last year, but we stopped it because we were more focused to make sure everybody was good at DTF radio. We have the other station that's there. We're definitely going to jump on more platforms this year, which we're in the process of doing. I'm working with me and Katie's working together on that. And my other managers, we're setting all that up now. So hopefully in the next month, you'll see us on Roku TV and Amazon. You know, we're already on Roku. We already got confirmed for that. We're working on Amazon TV right now. And we're rocking with Vimeo now. We're going to start streaming off of Vimeo direct, stuff like that.
Yeah. It's a difference. If you don't mind me asking.
Yeah, we try whatever we could get in, you know. We're already on radio.net, which is a Germany app. They picked us up. So they put all the shows out there in Germany for us. So all the people in Africa that be hitting me up in emails and all that, they always hitting me up like, yo, we can hear you guys. You guys are great. You know, they hit me up from all over Australia. Sure. We get those all day.
The overseas definitely supports a lot. We have we have people in Guatemala listen to the show. Like, our show's in English.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? I'm like, so we just decided to launch Dinner at the Roundtable Latino now.
Nice.
For the Spanish speaking people, you know.
Nice.
Yeah, so we got that going on. That's about to launch soon.
That's what's up, man.
We're like, we was looking at the demographics and we were like, damn, we got a lot of people in Latin America that listen to us.
Yes.
And then we were like, shit, we got to make a show for them because it's good for them to learn English, but, you know, once in a while they might not want to hear something.
Well, you pay attention to everything that's going on FM and commercial right now. Everybody's kind of crossbreeding with each other. If you notice, the reggaeton guys are going with the hip hop artists and the R&B singers are jumping in with the reggaeton people. So there's a lot of stuff going on right now. So we have to pay attention to the time and kind of gravitate to everything that's going on.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You got the Latin fever going on.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, because me, I'm a singer.
Oh, yeah?
Both English and Spanish. So
nice.
You know, you'll probably hear, you know, one of my tracks coming that's finished, Receipts. And so that one is just like that for the English and the Spanish.
Good.
And you know, the people who don't even understand Spanish, they're like, oh my God, I don't know what you're saying, but that sounds so good.
But it sounds good, right? The beat makes everything sound great.
Yeah, you know?
Yeah. I get that all the time because I'm one too that I listen to reggaeton and I don't understand half of the shit they say, but it sounds good. So you know, like, all right, yeah, I like all that.
I think that's how I learned Spanish.
Yeah.
My Spanish is so fucked up.
Shit.
You got that broken Spanish, girl.
Whatever.
Spangalash. Yo, so we're gonna go into a little music break, 5 minutes, man, with DJ the other day, the EDM producer in the house. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna jump in there real quick. We'll be right back. 5 minutes talking about the main topic, broadcasting. At DTF Radio CEO Mark, the broadcasting media guru. He's gonna give you a little insight.
That'll work.
All righty. Hey, Dueña, is that your little toe you got over there?
Yeah, you know, it's just for later.
Yeah, for sure, man. But hey, you ready to go? What's up, man?
Hey.
He's not. Can you hear us? There we go. All right. Dinner at the Round Table Podcast. We'll be right back.
Try it. We be starting riots, acting like you want that beef. I see you running on that diet, what? Try it. We be starting riots.
This is Dinner at the Round Table Podcast.
Try it. We be starting riots, boy. Try it. We be starting riots, boy. Try it. We be starting riots, boy. Try it. We be starting riots, yeah. I am focused. Oh my God, it's time to shift the motive. Got them disappearing as soon as the hocus pocus begins. I'm into some shit to sin. Now hold this. Fuck that, came in with a backpack. Something with a written, never will I backtrack on the track. Got them living with a fast track. Trying to cash in on that scam. God damn it, fam, I gotta have it, fam. I'm going ham on cameras, fam. Murder beat, so I gotta put another motherfucker in an ambulance. Couldn't understand how I do it. Don't do what you do, but better why you ruin it. Mean to do me, not you, cause you'll lose it. Trying to do me, but you can't. I got a purpose now, I'm spitting better with better verses. I'm versatile, nigga. Nigga, never forget him as soon as I bring in the venom. The end, I'ma fuck him up and stand him up to heaven. With a mind so reckless, can I help it? I'm independent. Can I stop me? I've been ascending. Yeah, 2 middle fingers waving. In other words, I don't get too flying bucks. Came from the bottom like to get down. So when I get down, I'm all the way up, all the way up. Fuck that shit. I'll adapt to that whack shit. I'm an MC, a beast that won't smash it. Whether it's boom, bap, beat, the ever tap shit, yeah. Try it. We be starting riots, acting like you want that beef. I see you running on that diet, what? Try it. We be starting riots. You online, you acting hard till I come knocking, now you hiding, what? Try it. We be starting riots, boy. Try it. We be starting riots, boy. Try it. We be starting riots, boy. Try it. We be starting riots, yeah.
Look at my walk when I show up. Ice on bling when I show up. Look at my chain when I go out. All this ice when I show out. Hit your folks and show out. Do your dance and show out. Fuck them haters gon' show out. Shake that ass and show out. 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 Look at my walk when I show up. Ice on bling when I show up. Look at my chain when I go out. All this ice when I show out. Hit your folks and show out. Do your dance and show out. Fuck them haters gon' show out. Shake that ass and show out. 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 This for the niggas who get to that money and step in the club and they show out. This for the baddies who get to that bag and don't need no nigga to show out. This for the hitters that keep them a glizzy and wait for a nigga to show out. This for the trappers who dumping that credit, no stepping to me with no throw out. One thing I learned coming out these trenches, no speak on no shit you don't know about. This for the niggas that dead and they gone, we popping some ace and we pull out. This for the niggas who pay for the lawyers and walk out that courtroom show out. Fuck up a check till I blow out. Ice so cold won't throw out. Make sure I show out shit on these haters. Went from the minors to majors. Drip. Just in the bag, designer the fit. That off-white drip on the player. Drip. Get to the money, don't worry about suckers. The hitters will deal with them later. 40 will wake up your neighbor. Know that I run with the heat like I'm waiters.
Weight is on my shoulders, got my shoulders up. Got the back, came home and got a shoulder rub. If the radar ain't allowed, then get your odor up. Hustle got my motor up. Hit me when you know what's up. Weight is on my shoulders, got my shoulders up. Got the back, came home and got a shoulder rub. If the radar ain't allowed, then get your odor up. Hustle got my motor up. Hit me when you know what's up. Weight is on my shoulders, got my shoulders up. Got the back, came home and got a shoulder rub. My haters be the ones who used to show me love. Drowning when you see them cause they only sub. Ride the waves to see the days when I land. If you would die, it's you or I, so I am. Do with me, cause soon a ball worth $5 grand. Put the work, become a king like I man. Weight is on my shoulders, got my shoulders up. Got the back, came home and got a shoulder rub. If the radar ain't allowed, then get your odor up. Hustle got my motor up. Hit me when you know what's up. Weight is on my shoulders, got my shoulders up. Got the back, came home and got a shoulder rub. If the radar ain't allowed, then get your odor up. Hustle got my motor up. Hit me when you know what's up. Weight is on my shoulders, on my shoulders, on my shoulders, on my shoulders.
It's that soup for the soul.
It's that soup for the soul.
Yeah. Check it. My name is Super, it's really nice to meet you. Been watching from the sides and I don't mean no bleachers. Been trying to play my own game, don't really care to please ya. Watch how the room levitates as my words begin to reach ya. Before you call me preacher, teacher, whatever hit ya. Just know that my divine came from shorty who already spit this. Now you witness the world when it's so vicious. Getting sick of politics and shit that don't match my vision. I'm wishing she was different, so my mission is to shift this. The vibration when they telling me that all they see is misfits. Forgetting I was one too. So what you trying to get into? Cause what I'm trying to get into will have niggas wishing they could get rid of you. Like who knew the mind could be so useful? I think a little harder, I might start to think I been spoon. Or use the wrist to flick it, either way a nigga still do. I'm guided by these angels, only speak to me on full moon. But driven by these demons who gon' scoop me in a new coupe. I'm praying to my God, niggas thinking I do voodoo. I ain't the killer, but might be the reason for a new suit. In case the nature of emotion starts to get unusual. And to be truthful, I ain't with the violence. I am the power that comes when pressure tells you try this. I am not the answer, just the guidance. I am not the weight, just the balance. You cannot define my defiance. Niggas bring their peace, I'm taking everyone to Zion. Yeah. Niggas bringing up their peace, I'm taking everyone to Zion. Zion, 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 Zion.
I've been doing a lot of verses on no features, on no features, on no features. I just do it just to network. Worrying about my net worth, it's more than what you realize. Or when I'm dead, it will be. I'll be mad rich in my next life, so I'm not afraid of no one. CEOs and A&Rs, UFOs and movie stars. You can't touch my catalog. I will take it very far. I plan to keep my property. It be all a part of me, still trying to find the hardest me attracted to the dark. Hey. Without the depression and without the high anxiety, that ball would never spark. I'm devoted to that bark. Without all the pain, if you ain't really died inside, then you can't really be a dog. You just a puppy acting odd. Yeah, had to ask some questions of myself, like what I really want. Am I really built for this, or am I just delaying bluffs? All I do is horse and beast and smoke them like some fucking blunts. A body bag, a few then move like Cali to another one. Don't think that I lost my motivation. I'm just patiently waiting like a baited rattlesnake. A celebrated stallion charging out the freaking stable. I just carry shit like Jim and flip the switch up like a stable. And I struggle with a hook for this, trying to listen to the people. I'm not good at listening, so I'm just gonna keep shit simple. Put them in a body bag, put them in a body bag, put them in a body bag, put them in a body bag. I struggle with a hook for this, trying to listen to the people. I'm not good at listening, so I'm just gonna keep shit simple. Put them in a body bag.
Is it she? Are you mad? Cause it's me. Pull up and I'm flexing. If I got a sub, bitch, it's direct. I thought you got the message. I am not the one play disrespect with. I'm a goat, you a sheep, bitch, you broke and you cheap. Chillin' froggy, you should leave you slump, leave you sleep. Watch the company you keep, bitches be weird, bitches be creeps. Act like friends up in your face, behind your back, they want your seat. Never. Tryna fuck my nigga, oh you dumb. Bitch, I go retarded and I do this shit for fun. Only wanna fuck him cause he mine, bitch, you my son. What? You ain't on my level, bitch, you really just a bum. Oh, you mad? Bitch, you dumb. Are you blind? I'm the one. Is it who? Is it she? Oh, you mad? What? Cause it's me. Pull up and I'm flexing. If I got a sub, bitch, it's direct. I thought you got the message. I am not the one play disrespect. Is it true?
The hustlers that said, the culture and the sisters even said, need to come back, need to come back, need to come back, need to come back, the gangsters and the hustlers that said, the culture and the sisters even said, need to come back, need to come back, need to come back, need to come back, perfect aim can never miss, but who gon' break the arrow? They talking sideways, but never walk the straight and narrow. I think heavy, so I'm taking on the widest load. grind, trying to level up to balance out the highs and lows. I talk less to keep my eyes exposed, watching for the opportunists in your crew, they disguise as foes. Being me makes me different from the rest. They shouting out your failures, but risk for your success, yes. Sometimes I'd rather hit the beach cheering vacay, but then I realize that each year a payday. Never will I ever stop, I will be forever hot. I'm a Scorsese on the mic with a clever plot. More crazy with the flow, I'ma let you tell it. Cop the drop for the low just to get you jealous. I'm getting way better, and I age better. Still remain cool even when they say it's strange weather. The gangsters and the hustlers, they said the culture and the sisters even said need to come back, need to come back, need to come back, need to come back.
Pardon my man, hoping for a real nigga to set the standard. Dedication, dream for getting paper, hustle on that fast lane, being driven by aspirations. Oh, plus devotion, striving for a better life. Wishing all of my dark days turn to brighter nights. Yearning to have it all. After the first time me and my niggas bowed. What a fucking feeling. I remember when Dilla pulled out that BM. The gunner went ahead and caught the latest Benzo. Went from riding poppies, buzz dishing, working T-neck, to hitting QB with QPs up in that rental. They tell me speak for my soul, cause it's more appealing. And don't stop till I'm on top like the ceiling. I want the Lil Wayne drop top, no ceilings, bad shorty like Aaliyah, baby, 1 in a million. Yeah, they wanna know if I knew this how my life would go, so yeah, I let them know. They say half of what I got is stole, so they like, tell me what you waiting for. They like, tell me what you waiting for. They like, tell me what you waiting for. Yeah, so I'ma show them that I got it.
Let's see. You made me believe in ghosts, yeah. The way you come and then you leave me, oh yeah. Like the summer autumn breeze, you're right there. Yet I never really find you, never take the time to. Even though I like you, I'll be on my own thing. See, I'm something like you, and I don't subscribe to people that don't need me enough. Cause I will never fiend for your love, yeah. And that's all you really know about me. But
you're listening to Dinner Podcast. You're listening to Dinner at the Round Table Podcast.
I'm a dog and I know that you a freak, and I want you in the worst way. Can't kiss me by the time the stars align by his feet. I've been on a ghost way, and that's all you really know about me. But I want you in the worst way. I had you chasing me, and you close, and find me on a ghost way.
Dinner at the Round Table Podcast, man. You already know what it is, man. We back in the building. You know what I'm saying? I was EDM producer the other day.
Last minute, I know we supposed to be hanging out tonight, but I gotta cancel. My sister just hit me up. She need me to babysit my niece and nephew, and I hate when she do that last minute, but I gotta be there for her. And on top of that, I gotta wake up super early in the morning.
You already know what it is, man. Dinner at the Round Table Podcast, we back. I don't think he knows that we're back. I had to mute him. Poor guy. This shit is funny, yo. The best thing about doing live shit, Mark, is that a lot of funny shit happens. Look,
yeah.
Look at him.
Got a 1-2 look. He's confused.
Hey, you here, buddy?
What is he doing? What move is that? I'm gonna Google that shit.
Oh my god,
that's funny.
Is he still? What the hell? Well, anyway, a lot of bloopers happen. You know what I mean? We try to listen. I'm the producer of the Dinner at the Round Table Podcast. I try to do the best that I can, but there have been times where I gotta be like,
pretty little baby, so ready.
Okay, here we go. He's still going. Let me mute him.
He's in a zone. He's in a zone. That's what
man.
it is. Yeah.
Zone, yo.
As a DJ, yo, I mean, I used to DJ when I was younger, and
fuck up my vibe.
When you get into that vibe, man, it's over. He's turning back around. I think he got the point.
Because I text you.
Oh, look, it's Ivy.
Ivy, yeah.
Katie. But yeah, man, what I was saying is that me being the producer, sometimes I catch myself, like, oh shit, I just fucked up and I gotta like do something real quick. But something, when you've been doing this for a while, you find ways to like kind of like
Yeah, clean
I
it
let
up.
the audience know
Yeah,
that
yeah,
shit
you
fucked
clean it
up.
up. I've done that plenty of times, believe
But
me.
that's fun though. I think that's fun. It's live TV, you know, like
Yeah,
when you're
yeah.
watching a Grammy show and something goes down, you wasn't expecting that. Or they're
Right,
like,
right.
oh shit, what the fuck is Kanye doing on stage?
Right.
Fucking Taylor Swift. No, no, no.
Yep,
You know,
yep.
Can y'all hear me?
You gotta adapt to anything. You gotta
Yeah, you
adapt
back.
to the
adapt
situation.
and keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? It's live TV. Live TV.
You back, brother.
I stay fucking up
Welcome
during.
back. You was in the zone.
Yo, y'all niggas had me doing my thing.
Yo,
You
you was on a wave at your ass. You wasn't even.
You had some funny dance moves. Like, I was like, yo,
It's like the way I got everything set up. If you see, the DJ booth's right behind me.
Right.
And I'm using the studio computer to do everything, so I can't see when y'all wave at me.
Oh, word, you're right.
sorry, we're gonna take that clip and we're gonna add some special effects.
Somebody got the YouTube volume up because I can hear that shit. Anyway,
I'll put a fucking unicorn or some shit.
so check this out. So the main topic of tonight is broadcasting. We got DTF Radio in the house. Mark, man, he definitely knows about radio. He knows about broadcasting and about media. Let's get into what broadcasting is. Broadcasting is the distribution of audio or video content to a dispersed audience via an electronic mass communications medium such as DTF Radio, Dinner at the Roundtable Podcast, but typically one using electromagnetic spectrums in a one-to-many models. It could be through AM, FM. The most popular one started with AM in 1920s, but since 1896, there was live shows going on already. They weren't transmitted countrywide or yeah, so it had a long history of broadcasting. So I'm glad to be a part of history now.
Oh fucking yeah!
And here we are, 100 years later.
You guys started off as audio only, right? Or you guys had
Yeah.
video from the beginning.
No, we were straight audio first for a
Straight
while.
audio, yeah.
We was doing audio. We just like the whole feel. What I used to do is when we first started, we would do all audio. The reason why we did all audio was because then when we podcasted, we would podcast the video. So
I see.
Go back to see it, so you hear it. It's a double hit, if that makes sense.
Yes.
So that's the way we run it. So, all right, you could hear it and imagine what was going on in the studio, but if you want to see it now, you got to go watch it again. So we used to do it like that.
Gotcha.
When we did the morning show and stuff like that.
That was like a nice marketing strategy there.
Yeah, that's the way we ran it
dope.
for a while. Yeah,
man. But broadcasting, I love media. You know what I mean? I just like the way that you can communicate your ideas and thoughts and opinions to the rest of the world, and then they can do the same thing back to you if you become a platform. But it's definitely a good way to get information out there. Us here at the Roundtable Podcast, we talk about a lot of social issues, but we also have we have guests that come on that are music artists, music producers, actors, comedians. We've had lawyers here, doctors, chefs, you name it, man. We've had it here because it's good to talk about social issues, but also we like to give the guests a little time to shine, right? So if you're a chef, you want people to know about how to cook a meal, you know what I mean? And then we talk about how the food industry is, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. So for us, it's been great doing that, and it's been a great recipe for us. You know what I mean?
That's good. That's good.
I definitely like it, the way we communicate with the public out there, you know what I'm saying? And we could all interact with one another. And like even me and myself, just being one of the co-hosts on the show, I always come back learning something like, oh shit, I didn't know that broadcasting began in the 1920s. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I just love learning and
well, he just told us both that because I didn't know that either.
I know, right? Like and we both
he did his homework.
Radio,
he did his homework on that one.
I did my homework. Yeah, for sure. But yeah, man. But the whole thing is, so broadcasting in general, I would say this. I want to give my top 3 favorite shows. It was hard for me to pick because I had a list of like 20 shows that I listen to.
Okay.
They're all mainstream, very mainstream. I would apologize. They're very mainstream. Number 1, the Opie and Anthony show. I love that shit. Opie and Anthony is it's crazy. I don't know if you ever heard that show, but that shit is ridiculous.
I've heard of it. I never heard it. I've heard of it, but never heard it.
they Jimmy Norton is there. He's a comedian, so they go insane about. They just troll on everybody. It's just insane. Yeah. They're very crazy. I watch the Joe Rogan show a lot because I admire his way of how he came up. You know, he has a lot of interesting people on the show all the time. You know what I mean? That's one of my.
I like Joe Rogan. I mean, he's very controversial, but you know what I'm saying? Like,
and my favorite of all time, Howard Stern show. That shit was
That's my number one.
Howard Stern.
Howard Stern is the man.
The man. He's the Godfather, man, for real. And let me keep on. I'm gonna give 5. I'm gonna give 5 because it's not fair to Jesus and Merrill. Those are my guys. You know what I'm saying? I love that show too. I love it. Those guys were just like us, man. They came out of the hood and look, they're on Showtime now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you got to give them props, and they're funny as hell. So that's my 4th, and fifth. I would say the Raw Zone, New York, baby.
All right. The plug.
The plug. Katie's gonna be like, Daddy, you have to do that, Nelly. I gave you my 5, man. I could have put somebody there. I'll send you, but you deserve it, girl. You've been doing a hard job.
Katie works hard. She's a hard worker,
man. But those are my top shows. I mean, I could keep on going. I have a whole bunch of shows that I listen to. But how about you guys, Mark? How about you? I mean,
well, my first is Howard Stern.
I don't want you to get in trouble.
Nah. Definitely Howard Stern is my number one. Yeah. So Howard Stern would be my first because that's the one I listen to all the time. Like I still listen to him. I listen to his podcast. I listen to all that. I like the Breakfast Club. I like them better than I like the Hot 97 one. I forget what they call themselves, the Rosenbergs and all that. Problem with that part is this, and I'm gonna say what I say. I like the show on Hot 97. I like Rosenberg. I don't like the whole show. I just like Rosenberg.
Oh, I see.
You know what I'm saying? Like Rosenberg is good at that. I wish they would come together, Rosenberg with Charlemagne the God. That would be a dope show. You know what I'm saying? Them two together. Yeah. Charlemagne makes a show and Rosenberg makes a show.
That's like mixing Nickelodeon with
Disney. But it's a lot of money that could be made there. I definitely like Drink Champs. You know what I'm saying? I like this guy the hell is it? Joe Buttons. The Joe Buttons podcast.
Oh, Joe Buttons, your podcast is nice. Yeah.
He's good. You know. Like my show, the Morning Madness show, when it was on, you know. But I mean, that's kind of it. I really don't. You know, those are my mains. I would say that I pay attention to.
For sure. I mean, those are good ones right there, man. That you just mentioned too. Those are very good ones.
Yeah, the Joe Button one. I used to be his next door neighbor in Jersey, and I would never.
Oh, look at that!
Like,
would have thought, right?
Who would have thought?
He's good. He's really good at that. He's really good. Like
he really is.
I thought he was just a troublemaker, and that's it. You know?
Nah, he's good. He's good. He knows what he's doing. He's good. He's good.
He trying to get into some trouble with you, Ladueña? He knocking your door with us.
Video that went viral. There was a video that went viral. These kids down our block, and it went on TMZ. And you see me unloading my groceries from my car, but this thing got like 40 million hits or something like that. And it was one of my the Ujelkis that we had her on the show, and she called me and she was like, "Yo, Christina, you on TMZ?" And I was like, "What?" Yo, what the fuck? And I'm like, "What are you talking about?"
Yes, amazing.
That kid.
Button, and I was like, "Yeah, I remember that. Like, yeah, I tried to run inside my house and not be involved in that when I saw something was going down, and Joe Button ended up running down the street, and the kids was trying to drive away, and they didn't know that they got stuck at some red light, and it was like, oh shit, you're gonna be there for like 30 minutes. You ain't fucking passing that red light.
Joe Buttons, man. I mean, his show's popping. I mean, sometimes I don't like the way that he goes into his little rants. He goes into like these little rants, but I mean, personally, like I've had my little run-ins with him in the past in the industry. I used to work in the music industry.
Okay.
Got a good rapport, me and him. But a few times we had to like take him up, you know.
Right.
It's nothing personal. But anyway, yeah. So how about you, Ladueña? What's your favorite show?
I mean, like you said before, the Joe Rogan show, you know, I like listening to him. He got like some crazy shit to say. is very interesting, and what you were talking about, Mark, the morning show with Charlemagne, and I like listening to that. I still listen to it, even though
I still catch them too.
Like, I think it's interesting. I like the donkey of the day, and
right.
But I mean, not too much. I'm just like trying to discover. Like, now that I'm here in Florida, I'm trying to discover what they got down here. You know what I'm saying? But it's kind of crazy because it's all like very political right now. It's hard to get into something because everything has to do with Trump and how much of a retard the Democrats are, and I'm just like, oh.
You got a lot of redneck show down there, don't you? Huh?
A lot of we're living in a crazy time right now with all this stuff.
A lot of honkies.
Survive here in the Wild West.
You got a lot of
Yahoo!
Florida.
Yeah, the Gator wrestlers.
Yo, how about you the other day? What's your favorite? You got favorite shows there?
Top 5. I'm already gonna eliminate you and Katie. So Raw Zone and then at the round table. Okay. Definitely Joe Rowe. Okay. You gotta give it up to Joe Rowe. He basically put the standard of podcasting out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. I would say that. Yeah, you're right.
Second, I would say Flagrant 2 with Andrew Schultz and Oshkosh Nang.
Damn. Oshkosh Bakosh?
Yeah. Yo, he's some Indian nigga, but he's funny as fuck though. They're similar to like Joe Rogan, but they don't have guests on the show. There's like
wait. Is that guy? What's his name? He's from that movie. I forget. He does a lot of movies too. He's Indian, but he's in America, right?
Yeah, he's an American, yeah.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
And then the third would be Brilliant Idiots with Charlemagne the God and Andrew Schultz.
Oh, that shit is funny. It's actually one of the top shows in the world right now.
Yeah, Andrew Schultz's Patreon right now is going static, my guy.
It's crazy. That show is funny as fuck too. Charlemagne, I love Charlemagne because he's so controversial.
Yeah.
He asks the right questions and he gets in your skin, man.
He does. He gets straight to
put it out, even when he's acting like a dick.
You know what would be crazy? Rosenberg, Charlemagne, and Joe Buttons together in a show.
Oh my God.
That would be insane.
Them three. That would be insane.
Yeah, we should pitch that. We should send it in like an email. You guys should go together.
Would be a crazy show right there. Them three together.
That shit would get a lot of views and it would go viral, crazy.
That would be really, really crazy. But you know where you heard it first if it happens.
Yep. And Charlemagne and Joe Budden recently had like a little thing going on too.
Yeah, they bumped heads for a little bit.
Yeah, bumped heads for a little bit, and it would be great to see those three guys, man. That's a good combination there.
Them three right there, that would be an insane show.
Definitely be
I'm sure they'll do that.
A Royal Rumble match for sure.
Yeah.
But, yeah, for
the
sure.
Money's right. The money's right because they're all about the money. So if the money's right, they'll definitely them three will come together.
Yeah, I mean, at the stage that they're in, money is definitely an issue for them.
Yeah.
I hope I don't get like that when I get rich. Mark, who's Mark from DTF? I don't even know that guy. Get him away. You had him on one of your podcasts. Really? What episode? I don't remember. For sure, man. But listen, man, monetizing is very important, man. A lot of people don't understand that aspect. Mark, how do you, to monetize off of your broadcasting platform, a lot of people don't have the tools for that. What do you think would be the best advice for somebody who already has a platform, who doesn't know how to monetize off of their stuff? What's the best way you think, or any pointers you could give them?
Just tying everything together. Everything that you're using to broadcast, just make sure everything is Google Analytics and tied in together. You can monitor everything from the back end right off of that. Mm-hmm. So if you have an app, for instance, our situation is like we're on different apps, TuneIn Radio, radio.net, the DTF radio app, we're on all these different platforms. So what we do is we tie everything in together to feed back to DTF radio. And, we see all the analytics from each thing. It's really simple. It's not hard. Yeah. It's a lot of shit you can learn off YouTube. I'll be real with you. It wasn't like when we started, we had to it was trial and error for us. We had to spend money and figure it out, and it didn't work. Spend more money to try to figure it out. But now it's just everything's so simple to do. It's not that hard.
Yeah, it isn't. I mean, we're available like in 15 platforms, and it's all connected to one hosting,
one hub.
one hosting platform.
There you
So
go.
we get when somebody streams from Amazon,
Anywhere.
Spotify,
Yep.
Geo Savan. We have some shit in Japan called Geo Savan.
Yeah.
Anybody streams, AL call comes down,
It
and
all comes to you. Yeah.
it's just like it's like a pot of gold just lands.
Everything is to share. That share. Once they share it, it doesn't matter where it's at. It's gonna come back to you or who's watching it. Where it doesn't matter. As long as you tie everything out on the back end, you're good. Just tie everything together. Whatever you use, whatever platforms you're on.
It took us a while to really get those things together because at first I was the only one that really had experience. And then you know how it is when you got a group of people working together. Some people just don't have ego issues and this, that, and the third, and sometimes they don't like listening to the expert, right? I'm not an expert, but
I've been there.
I'm not an expert, but I had more knowledge, and it was like
I've been there. Especially when they tell you what you think, what they think you should be doing.
You're talking about
be like,
yeah,
you wanted to do it, you should have did it.
Dude, and I started looking into it, and we weren't tied into a lot of things. I'm like, dude, I'm not doing this for free. I mean, I am doing it for free in a sense because I love doing it, but I'm not. This is This is a valued hours of my life that I'm wasting. You know what I mean? Especially pre-COVID when we used to do it at a studio. We used to have to travel. It was like a 4-hour thing, 5 hours a day.
Wow.
Yeah, to travel there to get an hour, travel back another hour, the 2 hours, 3 hours of the interviews.
Right.
So we finally got the recipe together, and it was pretty good. Promotion is very important, like you said earlier. Primarily through social media. That's what we use now. I mean, everybody uses social media, but that's very important too. But definitely advertising your platform is. I mean, if you want to make something of it, you definitely got to find out the in and outs about that. And the internet is available for all the information that you need.
Yeah, the internet is free. Google.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Absolutely. I mean, I have a question for you, Mark. What message are you like? What's your ultimate goal with DTF Radio? What is the ultimate message that you're trying to convey on that channel?
Well, it's not necessarily a message per se. What I'm trying to get to is being the hub of internet radio, meaning we'll be the top, and then all these other radio stations and other situations will be under us, if that makes sense. So. This is why, like I said, I go back to the whole 50-50 thing from the people who do radio and then the people who want to do radio. You know what I'm saying? Because I've noticed in this business that the people that want to do radio, they go a little harder than the people that are already established in radio. They do the more promo and all that. They do more footwork because they want to get out there. The people who already been in the radio station, they feel like they don't have to do it. You know what I'm saying? So this is why I kind of do the 50-50 with them, because it kind of helps each other out. It helps everybody out all around the board, but it's not about like I said, it's more us being the hub of everything. Like, we're supposed to be opening up DTF radio in different states, Ohio and Florida and Dominican Republic, and we're supposed to be opening up all these radio stations as a hub so people can do the same thing we're doing in New York over there, but it'll be still under the DTF umbrella. So that's kind of the route we've been going since we started, and that's what we're really focused on.
Wow, man.
Yeah, I'm
expanding
sure.
the brand, bro. Expanding the brand.
Don't want to hear that down here.
We're supposed to be doing in Orlando too.
Oh, in Orlando?
Yeah, we're supposed to be going to Orlando, hopefully.
Oh, so you're gonna be close to La Dueña's area there.
Right here.
We're supposed to be opening a shop over there too.
I know the black. I know the black.
Okay.
A little bit.
She might be your DTF ambassador down there, man. You don't know. You talk to her.
Yeah. Anything's possible. Anything is definitely possible.
Yeah, man. She got pulled down there.
I mean, it's surprising. Like, I know a lot of people down here in Orlando, and it's crazy because they're not used to that New York swag. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I know what I want, and I get it, and I don't beat around the bush. You know what I'm saying? And I don't waste no time. And like, I think some people down here in Orlando are like a little intimidated by that.
Right. You're not ready for the New Yorkers,
yeah, down here to Orlando, they're gonna be like, what? All right.
Yeah.
What's this about?
For sure, man.
Fine now.
Outside of New York is a little slower, you feel me?
Huh?
Sure.
Everywhere outside of New York is a little slower.
That's very
Yeah,
true,
it's a
man.
little
Yeah.
slower.
This is the capital of the world, man. Everything moves quick, man.
Yep.
Capital of the world is New York.
Yeah, man.
Same.
It's
So
crazy.
you
Like
can-
now that I'm down here in Florida, it's like I'm really seeing it. Like
Yeah. Everything is everything is slow in Florida. Everywhere you go out
can't
of New
make it
York
here,
is
you can't make it
Florida.
anywhere.
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah, for sure, man. I mean, and New York is a very hard city. There's a lot of it's very competitive, and it's tough, man. Just the lifestyle of like growing up and cooped up in apartments and dealing with the neighbors and with with the community you live in and everything being so expensive, man. It kind of makes you like tough in that sense. So you can go anywhere and make it anywhere. You can make it in New York. You can make it anywhere.
That's very true.
That's true, man.
Like Frank Sinatra said, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
You know,
for
in
sure.
any business, whether it's media or jobs or anything like that, like I remember at one point I was moving from New York to Florida back and forth, and I got like 17 years of hotel experience. I used to work as a hotel manager, concierge, all of that. So when they see that I used to work in New York on my resume down here in Florida, it's like all of a sudden everyone's fighting for you, you know, like, oh,
Yeah, because you have the experience.
Manhattan? Like, what? That's not easy. Like, oh, you will throwing jobs at me. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's just crazy. It's just like, I'm not doing anything different than you guys do in any other hotel. You know what I'm saying? But just because of that, they see that New York in your resume, whether it's hotels or radio, whatever it is, they're just like, oh shit, what? This girl got experience. You know, it's
I mean, if the price was right, but you didn't. The price was wrong.
I see that money.
For sure, man. For sure. Yo, Mark. So, I was gonna say was what's been like the worst experience for you in the broadcasting world, in the media world, that you can the worst experience in the sense of, let's say, you got a show and like the show that you used to do, right? That you still do, right? You still do that show that you have, right?
No, we stopped. We stopped the morning show, and then we changed it into the Aux Report. I don't know if you guys ever heard of that. We were doing the Aux Report for a little while.
Okay.
That was the show. That was kind of the spinoff of the morning show. But we're bringing the Aux Report back to Latin Live Radio.
But doing the morning show, do you recall any like awkward moments where you were setting up or with a guest, something happened with a guest that you had on or something?
No, not really. It was really more hard just getting up every morning to be there at 9 o'clock in the morning to do it for 3 hours. That was kind of the hardest part. Like Monday through Friday, everybody would be exhausted. You know, you got a bunch of young dudes hanging out and they have to be up at 9 Monday through Friday to do a morning show. And we started in the projects on the 17th floor in the bedroom with that. That's how we all started out. We started in the project, 17th floor in Williamsburg.
Damn.
And we started the morning show for about a year. We did it for a year straight, and everybody loved it. We had loyal listeners. We used to have hundreds of listeners listen to us daily. People putting us on speakers inside their office and jobs, and lawyers, law firms, and garages, and people were players. The only thing is they would tell us to stop the cursing because, you know, if you're in a law firm, you can't really be cursing like that. But we try to clean it up the best way we can, and we still made it happen though. You know.
Yeah, that's what I was going to tell you. How important is that, Mark, to be very careful what you say on the mic?
Okay,
especially when you're trending. When you start trending,
right.
You start becoming more popular.
What I tell the shows is this, right? Right now, FCC is there. They've been there for years, right? But they just haven't really grabbed internet radio to kind of shake it up and fix it up the way they want it to be, like FMs and Sirius. And so what I tell people is that learn whatever you're going to learn now on internet radio, because if you ever go to FM and Sirius, at least you already know how to go into it proper. You understand what I'm saying? FCC is coming, and they're going to come and take over the internet radio, because internet radio, you know, is bigger than FM. You know what I'm saying? Because the broad is bigger. You know, we get out further than a regular FM station. You know what I'm saying? So I tell everybody, learn what you can, you know, with the cursing and the timing and the format. Learn to break your format now. Learn how to stay within your time. Try to talk without cursing and all that, because you're gonna need that for future stuff that you do. If you ever go into FM or Sirius Radio, they're not gonna allow that.
Yeah, man.
You know, that's the way it is, right? Right now, we're not, like I said, we're not being watched by the FCC like that. You know, the royalty companies watch us more, but not the FCC. They're not really watching like that, but they're coming. They're gonna come soon.
That makes sense. Yeah, they're gonna
Yeah,
be
man.
coming. You
And
better get your shit together.
Get it together now while you're learning the whole internet thing before you hit those stages.
The other day you was gonna say something, buddy?
yeah, I was gonna say, do you feel that the FCC coming into internet radio will enhance the quality of it, or sort of like give y'all like a boundary not to cross? Like, like will it give y'all a limit, or will it enhance it and polish it up a little bit?
Well, it's gonna do two things. The FCC is gonna regulate everything that is gonna be clean music. The only thing is gonna hurt a lot of DJs. It's gonna hurt a lot of people who are used to. I used to have a show that used to curse every 3 words. And I used to always tell her, like, yo, you can't be cursing like that, because what's gonna happen is you're gonna take that to the next platform that you go to. They're not gonna allow it. So try to learn here to cut it down. But when the FCC does come in, it's gonna shake up a lot of companies. It's gonna shake up a lot of internet radio stations, because a lot of internet radio stations right now are getting away with a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, them coming in, they're gonna regulate everything, but at the same time, you're gonna lose a lot. The internet, because the internet, you're kind of free. You kind of say what you want. You play what you want. As you can see how YouTube is now and how Facebook is, that they cut the music off for copyright infringements and all this crazy shit. It's gonna happen on internet radio eventually. You know what I'm saying? It's just a process, but it's gonna happen, and that's all gonna be FCC regulated.
Yeah, the question is when. That's it.
Yeah, so now it's a waiting game, but it's coming. It's coming. So if you're not registered or you don't have no type of licensing, you're gonna be in trouble in this game.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I mean, you got to, because listen, man, we live in a very sensitive world today, and people want to cling on to you when you have something going for yourself, and be like, yo, this guy said this or he said that, and that show sucks.
Yeah. Uncle Sam wants his piece. He wants his piece, so he's gonna get it some way somehow.
Yeah,
that's the best way to put it. That's very true.
For sure, man. They're gonna be like, yo, ban this show, ban that. So you got to be very careful, man.
And that's what they won't per se just straight ban you. What they'll do is they'll start hitting you guys with fines. Right. You'll be paying out your ass, so you can't pay no more. Yeah, they're gonna try to get what they can out of you.
You're gonna just run with your money until you can't afford to deal with it anymore, and then you'll just get out by yourself without anyone.
And you guys as a company owner, you know what I'm saying? If you have people under you that are not following the rules and they're cursing, and your company's getting fined for it, then how do you fix that? You got to get rid of the show that's giving you getting you the fines. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
absolutely.
So you have to think about shit like that.
It's like what happened to freedom of speech. Like it's just crazy. It's very sad and unfortunate.
Yep.
But just like anything else, like the same way it was sad and unfortunate how Williamsburg changed. Yep. From one type of neighborhood to now a hippie neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? You got to deal with it and pick your balls up and keep it moving.
Pick your balls up.
But that's the thing about it, though, is like when it comes to censorship on the internet, should there even be any? Because right now we're living in a very volatile and sensitive state in the country. Right. So like anybody says anything, things go get out of control and get crazily out of proportion. But do you guys think that people now are violating everybody's First Amendment rights? Because technically there isn't free speech isn't really free anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I definitely believe in that. And I think people have taken it too far, man. Like I remember when I was growing up, you would get a trophy if you really won something. You know what I mean? Nowadays, all the kids participate get a trophy. How the hell are you supposed to know the consequences of losing if you're not going through it? We're teaching these kids and these younger generations how to not appreciate things, right? And what happens is we create a community of entitled pricks. They think they deserve things without earning it, and that's a big problem.
Yeah,
and big problem.
Everybody's sensitive nowadays. We're living in a sensitive world.
I just feel like we lost sight of teaching, our younger generation how to be tough, because in the real world, The world doesn't forgive. That's what happens to a lot of these kids now. They, mommy and dad, you know, in the school and the community they grew up in, they treat them real nice. And then once they grow up and they become adults, they have to fend for themselves. They can't handle it because they treat them like shit because they're not used to knowing how to be treated like shit. You see what I'm saying? So it's very bad, man. We're heading into crazy times, man, with that sensitivity thing.
Yep.
No, is that this new generation is sheltered, bro. Like, even think about how the government and the FCC is attacking the internet. Like, we lost net neutrality like 2 years ago. Even with me, like, I see it on, and right now with the new CARES Act, you know, they're shutting down a lot of streaming sites and a lot of sites that stream things and whatever. And it's in the bill. It's in the bill that your internet provider could shut you down for going to like 1, 2, 3 movies, or, you know, or ripping a MP3 real quick. And it's crazy because it's like we went from the internet being this free place where information could be shared. You could say whatever the fuck you want without no worries. Now it's like we're translating our current culture over to a platform that everybody uses to gain knowledge. So how long is it going to take before certain knowledge is censored or certain facts are expunged from the internet? You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's when we could become a totalitarian state, bro. That's that socialist movement, bro. Like they're trying to, like, you know what I mean? Like I definitely I disagree with what's going on. I mean, I'm not a politician or somebody in power to make a difference, but individually, what we can do is try to fix our things at home and try to, stay woke in the sense so that collectively,
definitely stand for what you stand for. If you believe in it, stand by it.
Yeah, man.
Like just look at all the what they're doing with the textbooks, you know what I mean, and in schools, and when they used to say the Pledge of Allegiance, and now they don't do that anymore, and it's just like everything is just, you know, evolving and changing and changing and changing, and then, you know, who knows what's going to be, how things are going to be 50 years from now or 100 years from now when we're long gone, you know what I mean? It's going to be like 100 years from now, it's going to be like, oh my God, curse online, like, oh wait, I can't.
Yeah, like we're going like back in, like we're going back to like the religious eras and shit. You can't do anything. It's like it's a taboo. Strike them, kill them, hang them, some shit.
It's not only that, Nelson. It's like, come on, like if you piss off the wrong person online, if that person has the following or the support, they could cancel you and ruin your whole life.
Yeah.
Nigga.
Or they could flag you down, then Instagram deletes your account. Like right now, when we went on break, I was looking for something on Instagram real quick, and they put down a video that I put up today of this guy who, the crackhead. It was a crackhead. He attacked this guy in the train station.
Oh yeah, he fell in the tracks.
It's like, oh, this is not your first time that we've had to warn you. You put up one more video, we're gonna discontinue you. Instagram told me that. And I was like, yeah, that was yo,
that's crazy.
You know, I kid you not, guys. It was literally like a second that you saw the guy's like body.
Yeah.
He was laying on the tracks. You could even see
him. He was naked, right?
Yeah, he was naked a little bit, but it was only for like 2 seconds you could see him.
He was naked.
Yeah, they said that it didn't fit their community guidelines. What community? I don't understand.
The sensitive
and it's so crazy because it's like, imagine, you know, like you take a platform like CNN or Fox News and how they do their news, and then you know, look at how they're doing it in other countries, like in the you know, in the Spanish countries where you have Primer Impacto, and they'll be talking about the same exact thing, but the Primer Impacto will be putting them graphic images. Like I'd be like, oh shit, you know, graphic images and good looking girls.
Yeah, I know, right? They put like a good news reporter. So this pretty news reporter with somebody's brains blown down in the middle of the street and shit. Like,
oh my God, you show all of that stuff. Like, what? Man.
Yeah, that's one thing.
You don't see no one censoring that. You know, I think they're still doing that nowadays. In a while.
But that speaks to the tide of the times, though.
Yeah.
And how this country is moving, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's crazy. It's
For
sad.
sure. Very sensitive. I think the far left liberal mindset is definitely taking over, but that shit is not good. I don't like it at all because I'm not, I'm not the liberal mindset. It's okay to a certain extent, but now it's gotten very extreme to the point where everything is a fucking problem, bro. And then when that happens, control happens. They start controlling what you're doing. You know what I mean? And you're starting to see it in all aspects, bro. You got the vaccines coming up now. You got to force. I mean, that's for an health issue, right? But then you got censorship on the internet, like he was saying, on social media platforms. There's certain things you can't do. Like this is the stupidest thing that I've ever seen, right? When you post Instagram and you have like an artist, some artists background, isn't that beneficial to the artist that you're promoting their fucking music? Why?
Oh,
You're posting off. It's retarded. Like, I'm not gaining anything from it. I'm not monetizing off of it. If anything, the artist is because I'm posting.
You're promoting them.
Yeah, they do that now too. You can't put up anything on Instagram that has like.
Hold on. I can kind of answer that one for you. Because I read up on this. The reason why they take you off is because Instagram and like I don't want to just say Instagram, but social media platforms don't want to pay the artist for that music.
Oh, that's what it is. Okay.
That makes sense.
So
yeah, when there's money involved, just follow the money. There's a reason why certain rules come into play.
Oh, matter of fact, let's say like you play La Dueña song, right? And she has it, copyrighted and is in BMI and the other one
ASCAP.
Basically, Instagram has to pay for that play. So imagine 1,000 people posting that same clip up and just keep on repeating over and over and over and over again. The thing about it, they don't want to pay the artists for those plays. It's the same thing like in radio. You gotta pay the artist for the plays. So they're like, nah, y'all shut down on that. So it's basically not really about censorship. It's more about the money factor. They just don't want to pay they don't want to pay labels out. They don't want to pay artists out for the times amount their song played. Yeah, they'll have a certain contract with like Spotify that you could only put your music like in your stories. That you could search it. You know how in your stories you can find the music real quick on Spotify? That's because they have a contract with Spotify. So now that play will count as a Spotify play.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man. I never really thought about that. Should have. I guess I was using 2% of my brain when I thought about that. Yeah, I usually use 10%.
I mean, but feel free to play my song. It's benefiting me.
No, for sure. But that's the whole thing, man. Like media for us broadcasters is gonna get crazy, bro. Watch real soon. Like we're in media, but I mean we're not on a well, Mark is on a bigger platform than us, but I mean they're gonna come after us, the little guys too soon. Watch.
Yeah, they're gonna come after everything, but like I said, as long as you're licensed, you're good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like us, we're protected through the hosting platform that we have like legal things to protect us.
Right.
Well, this gives underground artists a chance to come up too, because now, like without like real major you could actually give certain people permission to play their music. So underground artists could have a very potential big role in that, where they could start providing music for broadcasting and people who don't want to pay the big labels and all that other joint, where you can play their songs and they'll get the free promotion in exchange for the entertainment value that you're bringing your viewers,
Yeah, for sure.
What about you, Mark? Have you ever been in that type of situation where, like, I don't know, where there's a copyright situation or something, or they try to get you for something?
I went through something with Drake's camp with my artists. They sent us a whole copyright, whatever, with Drake's song, one of his first songs when he first came out. But at that time we was working with people in Hot 97, so it was too late. The song was already out, because what we did was Basically, what it was, Drake was working on a song. He released it at 12 o'clock. We put our words out at 2 o'clock in the morning. So we were right behind them, and because we did it like that, we were getting a lot of traction on the internet because we were already an internet-based company. So we got it out faster than the 12 o'clock FM. We was already pushing our artists. So it was like, wait, is this song Gage and Drake together? Like people were confused. That's when they hit us back with, the whole, you can't do blah, 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 blah. But once you say it's a freestyle, because that's what it was, you can't stop a freestyle as long as it's just, we're not making money on it. So, we kept it going. We kept pushing it. It didn't matter because it was a freestyle. You can't stop a freestyle. You know what I'm saying? Right. We're not saying it's our song.
Was it monetizing it from it?
Right. Well, they were watching it. That's the way they found out about it. Then they hit us. They hit the management company. They told us what it was. But, at that time, we just kept doing it. We were like, it is what it is. We're doing it. And that's that, So we made it happen and stuff like that. And then I've been through it with, in the beginning with the licensing, like I said, it was a learning process, whatever. We figured it out. We got into it through the whole Twitter situation with licensing Twitter and the licensing company. We got through that. We fixed that situation up quick, stuff like that. So we were prepared for stuff because, we knew stuff already. So, we just wasn't going because they told us to do it at the time. Like, you need to do this, this, this. Now we was like, we'll do it when it's time to do it. We're not going to do it when you tell us to do it. So when we knew it was time to do it, we did it. And that's it.
Mark, when you say licensing, could you elaborate a little bit more on that, on licensing when it comes to like you having a broadcasting platform?
Well, yeah, you have to have a broadcasting licensing. They have some for smaller companies and they have some for big companies. It all depends. I'm going to give you guys free knowledge here on something. The whole ASCAP and BMI kind of covers all that stuff too. But if you go to Sound Exchange covers both. So you don't have to pay BMI and ASCAP. You go to Sound Exchange and it covers both sides.
I heard about that. Okay.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? So there's ways of doing it. In the beginning, me and Sound Exchange wasn't getting along too good, but we cool now.
You have some
that free advice, I'm sure. Especially
a lot of people don't know that because a lot of people think that they gotta have ASCAP and BMI. No, if you have Sound Exchange, don't get me wrong. If you want to have 4.3 is on you, you're just gonna have to. Everybody gets a piece. Everybody gets a piece of everything. If you have Sound Exchange. Right. So if you have Sound Exchange, they cover both of those. So you get a piece, it's less pieces getting cut out, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Thank you so much for the valuable information, especially your listeners from DTF and then especially Dinner at the Round Table, the listeners are taking notes and what better.
I give out free knowledge sometimes.
Yeah. And Mark, the real Dinner at the Round Table on our podcast is the knowledge that we give out. The food for thought. The food for thought is the dinner.
Okay.
When we first started, people were like, "Are you guys like a dinner show? You guys cook on the show?" Like, no.
Right.
The food for thought is the dinner. Well, we did implement some food though at the beginning. We had we have little clips of like cooking, but that didn't last so long. But we're gonna do that in the future, though.
Yeah. Once everything gets back to normal, you guys can do that.
What I was pitching to Nelly is like, have you seen those I don't know how these things became popular, but those skits that they have on Instagram where you got a person sitting at a table and they have like a big ginormous lobster and crabs and all this food and they're just eating it and making all these food sounds would drive me crazy.
That would definitely drive me insane.
I'm just like, that sounds so nasty.
Yeah,
like,
that would definitely drive me nuts. Yep.
I was like, I think we should do one session like that where I'm sitting at the table and I got like a big piece of all this food.
Maybe we could do it quarterly or once a month or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know how much I'll be able to handle that because like listening to other people chew, like that shit just.
Yeah, that would drive me crazy too.
Damn, man. Remind me never to eat a burger in front of you. Shit.
Yeah.
That's why I'm single, so I don't have to do that.
Remind me never to eat a burger in front of you.
Yeah, please don't. I'll be staring at you like.
I'll be like.
And I'll be like, "Are you done?"
Oh boy.
Such a girl.
Give me another one. Another one.
Yeah, man. So yeah, I mean, it's so, some people just have the little knickknacks, right? That's one of yours. But yeah, man. Sure, man. So Mark, do you miss doing other morning shows? Do you miss
Yeah,
it?
I do. I was talking to a few of my co-hosts the other day about doing, getting back at it.
Yeah.
My podcast is up. I have my own podcast as well. The auxreport.com.
You do it live though.
I do it live.
Okay.
Right. I do it live first.
I was about to say, wait.
And then
earlier in the
I
interview,
do it,
you said I don't like podcasts.
I'm not a fan of it. I don't shit on it, but I'm not a fan of
You
it.
said
But like
as long as you do it live,
as long as you do it live first. So my show.
I almost got you there, buddy.
Yeah, you did. I'm watching you. But what I did was all the shows that we did live, we put them on, put them up for podcasts and stuff like that right after the show. So they're still there. We were talking about it because I was listening to them the other day. Okay. One of our good friends, Biggs the manager, he was one of the hosts on the morning show. He passed away about 3-4 months ago.
Oh damn!
So we was gonna put up some clips and stuff like that. But we spoke about bringing it back and stuff like that.
Oh, that's what's up. With respect to that.
My sympathies and condolences for the loss.
Yeah, he was one of the funny guys on there with us. Yeah.
It's always hard to lose somebody who you worked with or had some type of relationship with. Yeah, man, it's hard. It's hard. But that's how life is, man. I mean, I think sometimes life is just a fucking game. Sometimes it's like a virtual reality. It's like a virtual the Sims. You ever play that game, The Sims?
Yes.
Like that. Like it's like
yeah.
Like what?
I mean, you gotta live life to the best that you can, man. While you're here, you get one chance at it.
Yeah, man. You know the most retarded shit that I hate, right?
Mm-hmm.
Talking about how life is like a virtual game, right? Do you drive, Mark? You drive?
I do drive.
Doña drives. I drive. The other day has driven to. When you're parking, right?
Mm-hmm.
Primarily in New York, right? You're parking. You're backing up. You're hitting reverse. Yo, it's fucking in the middle of the night. There's nobody around. Everything is fucking quiet as fuck. You're parking. You're hitting reverse. Some motherfucker comes out of nowhere and walks right behind your fucking car. Walks right behind it. Where the fuck did this guy come from? It's like life trying to fuck your life up. You go to fucking jail for running over a motherfucker.
Visit the other day. Every time I visit the other day and I park my car out front, it's always some shit. Like,
yeah, man. Isn't that odd to you that you just there's nobody? It's like 4 something in the morning. There's nobody outside.
I live in a very popular area. What you want me to tell you?
Always some shit.
We have some.
Always seem odd to me that happens like to almost to everybody that I know that shit happens to.
Right.
I don't know where somebody just pops up. It's like the life would just put that person there real quick.
Right.
It's like fuck you up.
To mess up your parking, your parking experience.
One day I opened my window there. Where the fuck did you come from? The guy's like,
oh my god.
He was like, I don't know.
Or the parking tickets, bro. What?
Yeah.
I never got more parking tickets than when I lived in fucking in the other day's block. When I was living in that block, every day it was like, all right, I'm getting another ticket today, aren't I?
Yeah, but that was mostly you not getting your ass up versus this assimilated situation.
Man, they did that shit on purpose. Like how they want you to move your car at 6 a.m. and you know what I'm saying, you in the littiest block in Manhattan, like where all the clubs is at and shit. Like, man, nobody's gonna be waking up at 6 o'clock to move your freaking car. They did that shit on purpose. I get home at 6.
So they have to make their money.
I better get to work.
For sure, man. So listen, man, we've gotten to that point where we're gonna do the final thought, Mark. It's been a pleasure having you on the show.
Thank you.
So many other questions I wanted to ask you, so many other things, but we do have a time frame that we got to get the show wrapped up.
I appreciate you.
We do something called the final thought on the show.
Okay.
Start off with you, buddy. You're the guest. Final thought of just the main topic, broadcasting, and final thought of the whole DTF situation and all your DTF personnels that work over there at the DTF radio.
Like, what do you want to say to your followers out there?
To my followers, thank you for always supporting me. And for those that are trying to do radio, just stay consistent and just follow your dreams, man.
Perfect.
You know what I'm saying? It's not really much. Hit me up. I'll start you off.
Word.
I'll get you started. Or social media. My handles at Mark DTF is MARK DTF, all one word. Find me on all social medias. Yeah, that's that.
Yeah, man. And then we got the DTF page as well, right?
Yeah, the DTF radio page. Download the app. It's on Apple and Google. Gonna be on Roku and Amazon TV within a couple of days. We're already on Roku. I already seen it. Just waiting for Amazon to approve what they got to approve for us, and we'll be all over the place.
Awesome, man. That was pretty straight to the point.
Oh, look what I got. Right.
Look what I could do. Look what I could do.
I got DTF.
Oh, there it goes. She got the app.
Yeah,
Thank
you
you.
can't
You
see
got
it.
the app.
I saw it coming in and out.
Whatever, I tried.
Thank you.
It looks nice.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Sure, man. So
Wow,
listen,
thank you
man.
guys. Thank you for having me, man. Thank you.
For sure, man.
Shout out
Appreciate
to
you giving us the broadcasting knowledge.
Yeah, no doubt.
Sure.
No doubt.
But
Got it.
La Dueña,
Yeah,
our first lady.
my final thought is just keep it motivating. Keep it motivating, because there's gonna be, whether you're starting your own podcast or your radio show, a lot of people get discouraged and then they just quit right away. There's a book out there called The Dip. And I thought I read a lot of books. I'm a nerd, but a lot of people want to quit right before they're just like one paycheck away from success, or that one more viewer away from success, and then they're just like, oh man, this shit ain't working out. I've been doing this for a year or years or whatever, and then they just quit. Like, don't quit, man. Just keep it moving, keep it moving, keep it moving.
Nice, man. That was a good one. Shit. I was like lost for words there for a little bit. I was like, damn, that was your best final thought ever, I think.
Really?
Thus far. The other day it was good. You've had a lot of good ones, but that one was right there.
Don't let nobody silence you.
Oof.
Let your voice be heard by the masses and by the crowd, even if people don't disagree with you. Broadcast has changed the world. And as the world changes, don't let it change broadcasting, because of the fact that soon we don't know if knowledge will be censored, facts will be censored. So keep speech free, and let's just rock with our First Amendment, even if it pisses us off.
That's deep. That's deep. I like that.
The other day.
Send the other day a shot to go with that orange juice you got right there. Was that a mimosa?
Chinola.
Sure.
The chinola juice.
Chinola.
Oh, really?
I like chinola.
Is that passion fruit? Passion fruit, right? Chinola?
I like chinola mixed with liquor.
Yo, the Welch's passion fruit tastes exactly like from a Dominican restaurant. Amazing.
Oh shit, man. That shit must taste good then. Man.
Shit,
My final thought is basically, man, listen, man. Don't let nobody censor you. Fuck censorship. Speak your mind. Talk all the shit you want, and fuck the FEC. You heard? Fuck the FEC. I said it. Shut me down.
When we go back and fix this video, all you can hear.
It was just a joke. It's for ratings. It's okay. I'm sorry. Yeah, but Mark, man, thanks for coming on the show, man.
Thank you.
Shout out to Dinner at the Round Table family, John Tavar, Chris Ryder, La Dueña, you already know today, but shout out to Chris Ryder. He's in Dallas now. We have a guy in Dallas that you're broadcasting from there. So we might be in deeper in the heart of Texas soon.
Nice, good. Keep it going. Go everywhere. The more the merrier.
Cowboys
We'll
down
change
there.
from a New York swag to the Southern swag. You know what I'm saying? We'll be down in
Do it all.
Florida.
We might have a cowboy co-host soon.
That'd be different.
But shout out to John Tavar, Chris Ryder, man. The Roundtable podcast the other day in the house, man. EDM producer. He's gonna finish it off with some tunes for y'all. We're gonna go into a 15-minute mix. 15 minutes, that's good? Yeah. All right, cool. Because I know you're a busy guy, man. You know what I'm saying? I paid you with lollipops, but I might have to pay you with two.
It's all good, baby.
I'm gonna have to pay you with Twinkies now if you last more than 15 minutes. But guys, you already know, man. Mark, thanks for coming on the show, man.
Thank you. All right,
always doing it up with me,
everybody.
man. Appreciate you guys. You already know what it is. Dinner at the Roundtable Podcast. We out here.
All right, later.
Let's start off with this shit.
Yeah. Shoot. I don't know what I've been thinking. Should I roll up? Should I pour up? I ain't even into drinking. My head is fucked up, won't get caught up. Tell them niggas quit the bitching. The price just went up. Give me my funds, got the drugs with me for the commission. Got the drugs with me for the nutrition. I don't know about no competition. I got rid of all my opposition. There was niggas around me that I do not speak to. They blocking out my intuition. They won't catch me slipping like I'm Lincoln. Got my foot on the gas, I ain't slowing them now. They gon' think that I broke the ignition. In my mind, on my way to a million. Off my mind, cause the vision's so vivid. I be in the moment, but I see the future. My soul leave my body just to live it. When I claim that I done this, I really mean it. I don't ever do it for no image. Know that they don't ever get the picture. Always coming to me for a fixture. Funny niggas always in the mixture. I owe no favors, only owe it to myself. All the fortune and the wealth. Look at all the cards I'm dealt. Feel like God done left me out. Feel like God done left me out. So I went about, figure my own route. Yeah, I admit that I was scared. Took the chance and now I'm here. Mental block is custom fair. Demons never playing fair. Coming to me as a friend, sharing cigarettes to my ears. Devil in the dress, tighten up the grip when I switch the gears. I came here for the love, lust in the air.
At the Roundtable Podcast.
Hold my breath and like that. Give them something for the soul, like baby, go and hold that. I don't know what I've been thinking. Should I roll up? Should I pull up? I ain't even into drinking. My head is fucked up, won't get caught up. Tell them niggas quit the bitching. The price just went up. Give me my funds, got the drugs with me for the commission. Got the drugs with me for the nutrition. I don't know what I've been thinking. Should I roll up? Should I pull up? I ain't even into drinking. My head is fucked up, won't get caught up. Tell them niggas quit the bitching. The price just went up. Give me my funds, got the drugs with me for the commission. Got the drugs with me for the nutrition.
Middle finger up to my competitors. Talking down cause they ain't nothing. Talking like nothing. Talking like this can be the shit. Run down on them with the sand. Can't stop us in the wind. We go hard, nigga, to the end. Talking about bands on the regular. Middle finger up to my competitors. Talking down cause they ain't nothing. Talking like nothing. Talking like this can be the shit. Run down on them with the sand. Can't stop us from the wind. We go hard, nigga, to the end.
I'm a beast, I'm a dog. Tell me nice, so don't talk to me now. I heard it all before. Niggas talk crazy, then call you dog. I ain't with that. Had to cut them off, stick to the big packs. These niggas lame. I showed them the hustle, I put them on game. Watch what you say to me. I had them come down, you know I'ma pay the fee. 100K stuffed in the book bag, 40K stuffed in the Mary Jane. 8 ball after 8 ball, I was going back for a big 8. Low nigga, not a big dog. He was walking around with the shit face.
Talking about bands on the regular. Middle finger up to my competitors. Talking down cause they ain't nothing. Talking like nothing. Talking like
I got enough to go around. Bring it back to that place uptown. I grew up on that dark side, that New York Bronx side. Before I crossed the river, delivering rhymes. Imitator? Never, I've been an innovator who won't hesitate to pull up on you like a waiter. Electrify like a taser, tongue sharper than razor. Blades, chainsaws, hey y'all. My name spreads like the passing out of paper. I want the smoke like I'm exhaling out of a vape pen. Say when, I will crush any MCs turn haters. I'm from a place of glorified drug dealers and nosy neighbors. Cops turn corrupted, prostitutes are for loving. Fiends knocking, asking for pops, my mom's bugging. Mellow just walked in the crib with new Nikes. I'm getting hyped for the hand-me-downs cause I'm nice. I'm nice. I'm getting hyped for them hand-me-downs cause I'm nice.
$10 back. back to the crib. Back to the gangsta shit. Back to the crib. Rope chains to Cuban links and white gold. Oh yeah, Jabot sweaters and overalls. Pink suits with gator shoes and armor all. Back when No Dirty was screaming, I like it raw. Boom boxes playing at Illmatic. Travel back to now, still knocking them off axis, but still was an awful sound I'm hearing on the track list. It got me thinking about it back then. The Cowboys had Dion and Michael Irvin. The 49ers had Steve Young and Jerry Rice. Monday nights on the 42-inch, we saw the game. Roll a couple of L's, conversating with Dave. Scarface to the Godfather Pacino hits. As a kid, I used to see those flicks. Cool whips and fly cribs on some Nito shit. Pray the day that I'ma see those chicks. I'm going back to the raw, back to the gritty rap, back to the noise. Going back to the real, back to the gangsta shit, back to the real. Quarter water juices that keep my ethos. Take me back to the era when it was real soul. House parties, beers all in the bathtub. Had bitches for booty calls and bag rubs. Bump that knowledge guard from Lake One. Rainy days with the guillotine sword. And excitement backyard. Shout out to Barkeep. Brown water be the team supplying them hard beats. Word of the highest chief, I pray to God, so he can level a playing field, even the odds. Ghetto Alcatraz, chillin' with cons. Rob niggas change and sell them quick, they never pawn. What they doing is wrong, but understand that they hand with sports. Cause the government don't give a damn. Control the game before it controls you. Cause when you playing it real, being real is your go-to. I'm going back to the raw, back to the gritty rap, back to the noise. Back to the real, back to the gangsta shit, back to the real. Back to the raw, back to the gritty rap, back to the noise. Going back to the real, back to the gangsta shit. That's just like
that's just life. That's just life. That's just life. I believe people come into your life for a season. Lost faith in people when it's God I should believe in. I wasn't told I was a king until my older age. Right. The uncertain got me thinking to be so afraid. Wow. Sometimes I wish I'd be the one they call for. Like being drafted not knowing what's the war for. Spoke freely but ignore more. I take things very personal like getting hit with a draw for. Before COVID I was social distant. Temple poster instant. Above that a nigga hold grudges. Aim high but I'm working with a low budget. Pretend I'm good but the truth is I don't love it. One life you gotta try to live it. You can appreciate a rose till you drive a Civic. I gotta learn to do me and just mind my business. Move on and for myself need to find forgiveness. Facts.
The best of us fall down. That's just like
that's just life. 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 That's just life.
Baby girl, just know it's you and me. Yeah, you the only girl I ever wanna see. When you're not with me, I see you in my dreams. I give a damn, girl, do you give a damn about me? Yeah.
I want you, this shit got me feeling crazy. Cause sex when you rob me got a nigga thinking babies. My kryptonite lady had me crippled from the gate. My Wonder Woman superhero didn't need a cape. A nigga act up, then he gon' have to vacate. That gon' mean you and I gon' have to take a vacate. How the sun and you and I, baby, we gon' make stay. Only lady I got, that's why I made you main bait. She's a rider, if it goes down, you know she gon' pop off. When I'm up, face the coupe, we cruising with the top off. Always us, never then with you, I don't need a friend. If I die and come back and so you and I can meet again.
Baby girl, just know it's you and me. Yeah, you the only girl I ever wanna see. When you're not with me, I see you in my dreams. I give a damn, girl, do you give a damn about me? No, I give a damn. Baby girl, just understand. I wanna ride with you, I wanna be a man. I wanna get high, look like me from Japan. I wanna be the one to never make you sad. Yeah. You know I love you. Won't ever put no one above you. I'm always gonna be here to hold you. I'm here to ride, baby, I told you. The one I wanna fuck with, girl. Cause you're the only one I ever seen. Do you wanna
Niggas whack, big dick, don't know how to work it.
Front like you getting money, but you're really worthless.
No stress, I'm in my bag, bitch, I'm in my Birkin.
All this good pussy, but no nigga really worth it.
Niggas whack, big dick, don't know how to work it.
Front like you getting money, but you're really worthless.
No stress, I'm in my bag, bitch, I'm in my Birkin. Suck my dick, nigga, you ain't touching no figures. So sad how your mama raised a bitch, nigga. Yeah, I'm the bitch, nigga, but you are my bitch, nigga. You never hear stop lying on your dick, nigga. How you frontin' on the gram like you really got it? Nice outfit for the gram, but nothing in your pocket. Say they got the grip, but they never ever pop shit. Oh, you catfish, niggas really need to stop it. Pull my pants out, yeah, you know I stand out. Don't need the clout, I ain't looking for no handouts. Can't have no broke nigga, but I'm not a gold digger. Can't date a clown, I ain't really into jokes, nigga. If you ain't touching money, you can never touch me. And if you touching money, still can't fuck me. If you even get a high, then you lucky. I dub a nigga, then he acting like he dubbed me. You ain't a thug, you a
You've been listening to Dinner at the Round Table podcast. Follow them at Dinner at the Round Table.